All right, we are back. It's almost 12:18 right now, and this is a live view from the WeatherStem camera at the FSU reservation. Looking real good out there. I mean, you see people outside enjoying themselves, and that is not far from where Rob is right now at the Tallahassee Airport. Man, Rob, how's it feel out there? It looks good.
Oh, it feels nice. It feels, some people are starting to say, hey, Rob, it's getting a little hot.
Yeah.
And I keep saying, wait till next week, and then it'll be really hot. But so far, so good. They got the kids still doing some tours of the airplanes. That really neat-looking blue plane back there, that one goes into more than just tropical systems. That one goes into every kind of weather. When they go check out tornadoes or go check out winter storms, that's the plane that they use. But that one has been in 107 different named tropical storms. Kind of cool stuff, and that's what today's all about. It's checking out all this kind of cool stuff and gearing up for the Atlantic hurricane season, which starts on June 1st. I'm out here talking about the weather forecast right now on what's a beautiful day. I mean, the visual satellite imagery's got a whole lot of nothing on there for us, and that's the way it's going to stay. I think for today, I think for tonight, I still think for tomorrow. The changes begin maybe later tomorrow into the weekend. We start to bring back some cloud cover, and that's when things are going to start to feel maybe a little more summery. Now, those current conditions, you see those numbers, super comfortable. That breeze nowhere near as noticeable as it's been, and I do think that today what we're going to see is that breeze slowly making a little transition over towards the northeast and east and eventually towards the south, and that's where some of the warmer temperatures are coming from. And yeah, we're going to see some of these numbers that are already getting into the upper 70s. They're going to try to get up over 80 degrees soon, and they're going to continue climbing. I would not be surprised to see a bunch of 84s, 85s, 86s when all is said and done, and you can see some of those numbers already creeping up on 80. You're just starting to get up over 80 degrees. So yeah, we're warming up already, and we're going to keep doing that, and it's going to start getting warmer over the next few days. Something to keep in mind. All right, lows this morning. It was a little chilly in some spots, right? This morning we saw some mid-40s, some upper 40s. It's not going to be that cool again tomorrow morning, and really, that might have been the last cool start that we have for a good long while. I mean, we're into May 4th now. We start to get into the middle of May, and we start seeing 60 every morning. So this one might have been one of the ones that we're going to be wishing we could have again after a couple of days when we start talking about those much warmer temperatures. All right, so as we take a look here, and what we're going to notice is I see a whole bunch over the next couple of days of these clearer skies, but starting to finally make that change. And with that change is going to be that shift in wind direction. As we start to bring in that wind from more of the south, it brings in warmer, it brings in more humid, and that's when we start to cook up some clouds. Way out west, there are some clouds. There's been some rain and some storms over parts of like Oklahoma and Texas, but none of that's going to be around here. And these airplanes have been doing the tour all along the Gulf Coast over the past couple of days, so they've been sort of out ahead of it. They finally came to where the really good stuff is, where we are, and that good stuff is brought by that big bubble of higher pressure that's been our big weather player all weekend. It will be for one more day. As it scoots out into the Atlantic and starts to move offshore, that's when the winds change. That's when we start to see the conditions change, and really we're going to change the composition of the air, start to put in more humidity, more moisture, and bring in warmer air, and that means things are going to start to feel a little more summer-like as we head into the weekend. So be ready for that different feel to start by Saturday. On the Gulf today, finally one day this week where it's not nearly as breezy as it's been. I think what we're going to find are those winds that are turning a little bit more towards the northeast, and they're going to be eventually going towards the southeast too, less than 15 knots, seas less than 3 feet. As far as our forecast this afternoon, mid-80s, those top temperatures for today, and that's exactly where they're supposed to be. Tonight into tomorrow, I do think we're going to find some numbers in the 50s, but I don't think we're going to find any more 40s, and I think a lot of the 50s we find are going to be in those middle 50s. And if we take a look at that 7-day forecast, the thing we're going to see here, warming temperatures. It's May 4th. We haven't had a 90 officially yet, and I'm not putting a 90 on that graphic until we get one. I hope I don't have to put one on there anytime soon, but I think I kind of might have to start doing that next week. I might be a little surprised if we don't see a number that starts with a 9 by Saturday or Sunday. Let's hope that we don't. At 1:30, by the way, they're going to start doing the public tours of these really neat aircraft. Oh. So if you've got nothing better to do after lunchtime, you want to come on down, I'm waiting until 1:30 for my tour. Can't wait.
Oh, wow. Sounds fun. And you guys will be handing out some things to people who come, right?
As a matter of fact, why, thank you, Vanna. Yes, we've got these very fun, until they're gone, rain gauges. People are always asking, hey, Rob, where can I get a rain gauge? Which one? I recommend this one that the station's giving out. They're free if you come here and get one. Yeah. And then you can post on my Facebook page, hey, how much rain you got when we get some rain finally. I know we could probably use some rain, so this would be a handy-dandy item for you to have.
All right, pretty cool. All right, thanks, Rob.